Hey y'all, Jamie here, proud 56-year-old trans woman from New Orleans. So, where last I left off, before I even get started, if you hear a jet go over, there is an air show this weekend and there are military planes flying everywhere. But fear not, we are not at war. Where last I left off, it was 1997, y'all, and I was working as a bartender at a little bar in the French Quarter in New Orleans called Le Roundup, and it was at 819 St. Louis Street, a notorious and infamous little bar. Was there for years and years. My dear friends Mark and Colette owned it. They hired me and my other friend Felina to be the bartenders on like the major shifts for the weekend, and a couple of other days in the week, like the sweep days, Thursday and Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I believe, was what we had. So there was a complete and utter blackout one night. Yeah, we had not been working there long. And some transformers, yeah, no, not that kind. They blew up. They blew up in the French Quarter. You could hear the explosions. And then it was utter blackness, total blackness. They decided to keep the bar open. We called, we asked our manager. They wanted to keep the bar open. See, you couldn't, well, you could, but the doors didn't really lock at Le Roundup. It stayed open 24/7, year round. It was like every day, 24/7, 365. And they wanted to stay open, so we did. And we lit candles all around the bar. The entire bar was slam packed. You would have thought it was dead, but no, it was slam packed. Three, four people deep everywhere you looked. All back by the pool table was slammed. Some girls had started asking me and Felina if they could go in the back with some tricks. Now, we were not supposed to do this at all, like at all. But we did. We did it. I'm sorry, Mark. I'm sorry, Colette, but we did. We took $100 for every one that they went back there with, and we split the money. And there was other shenanigans going on as well. It was very warm. It's New Orleans, so it gets very hot and very muggy very easily, y'all. So Felina and I stripped down. We stripped down to, I believe, bras and panties. I think we were just in bras and panties. The bras may have even come off at some point as well. I had a little trick that I could do with, they have like the 16-ounce to go cups. Yeah, I could take those to go cups and like suction them onto my breasts. And so I think I might have done that for a while to make extra tips. It was craziness. It was utter insanity. And so, all of this is going on. There are lap dances going on in the corners. Back by the pool tables, there were lap dances going on. Um, Needless to say, other things were going on. Drugs. There was always drugs around, though, but that's any bar USA. I'm sorry. I'm not going to let the Roundup be, singled out as a bad guy in this one. Drugs are in every bar USA. And this was no different. Was I innocent in partaking? No, I was not. I was partaking too. So, Felina and I were taking turns, like going in the back to check on what was going on back there, who was blowing who was doing what, all of that, and yeah, it was a chaotic night. We made money. We made sure the bar made money. We made damn good money. Don't get me wrong, we did. But we made sure our bar, listen, like I said, the owners are our friends, so no, we were not trying to fuck them over. They got their registers full too. So, yeah, at any rate, that was that crazy night. And I hear one of those damn planes coming now, y'all. Just ignore it. So, anyway, around this same time in 1997, I had one of my best friends in the entire world, Angel. Now, Angel, when I met her at 14 years old, gave me my name. She named me Jamie. And she was like one of the closest people to me on this entire planet. I loved her dearly, loved her with all my heart. She had been in prison for a whole 2.5 years. She had been away in prison, and it was time for her to be released. So, me and my good old husband, Mickey, we got in the car and we drove I believe it's like 4.5 hours out to Angola, Louisiana, where the prison is. And it's beautiful out there, rolling green hills and forest as far as the eye can see. And it's gorgeous. I mean, if you go to Angola, the property itself, stunning, stunning. And I've said this before when I've talked about Angola. A lot of crazy shit happens in Angola. If y'all haven't seen that episode, no, the inmates should not be allowed in the stables for the prison rodeos, like ever. Not with the things that go on with those horses. That's all I'm saying. So, at least this time, I've already said worse before what they really do, but y'all can get the picture. So, anyway, we go there to go pick up Angel. We get there, and it's like midnight. I want to say it's like midnight, 12:30 at night when they let her out of the prison. They open these gates, the big heavy gates, and here comes my Angel, my baby. She came walking out of that prison, y'all. I was so happy. I was so happy to see her again. I went running up to her and threw my arms around her neck, and we got her in the car and we take off and we get the fuck out of Dodge because nobody wants to stick around Angola. And we're driving down the street, and all of a sudden, Angel reaches into her bag. And when she pulls out this little wooden box, the next thing I know, a fucking chipmunk jumps out of the box. And if y'all want to know what happens next, darling, y'all know the routine. Be here next time and I will too. I love you all. I love you all for watching and I love you for the comments. I will talk to you later. Bye, y'all.